It was a resounding yes to vote on the recall. Now the 3 San Francisco school board members will need to clear out their desks. But the big question this evening, who will replace them? KPIX 5's Kenny Choi says that call belongs to Mayor London Breed, and there's a lot on the line as she faces re-election next year. Kenny?
There certainly is, and the mayor says that this is her biggest decision and the hardest decision in her career in terms of making an appointment. She also had to defend a previous appointee of hers who also just got recalled.
As I'm listening to the mayor, I'm like, you haven't really been following my track record.
That was Board Vice President Faauuga Moliga just before the recall, responding to the mayor's criticism that he didn't focus on issues like the ballooning budget deficit and mental health of students during the pandemic.
I do not regret my decision to appoint Faauuga.
I think the most important thing is that Mayor Breed appoints caretaker folks who are not about starting new political careers off the backs of our students.
Certifying the results, interviewing, and finalizing the appointments are expected to take a month, as the mayor's criteria for selecting replacements will be heavily scrutinized.
People who have more in-depth knowledge of, for example, what I heard from parents is they want someone who understands finance. Like the financials of this, I mean, they are concerned about the budget deficit and what that might mean for their children.
It's great when somebody wants to come in and do this as a public service, but it's a very complicated, challenging job, and we wouldn't want a patient running the hospital.
She said that her next appointment, she needs to very much consider a potential candidate who has a deep understanding of finances, which I'm kind of shocked that that wasn't a criteria to begin with.
On deck for the board, addressing a $125 million budget deficit, partly due to a major decline in student enrollment, learning loss during a lengthy school shutdown, and hiring a new superintendent to replace Vince Matthews, who's retiring in June.
Parents are paying attention to what's happening in their school boards. Across the state, across the country, they are focused on what these school boards are or are not doing. So Mayor Breed needs to pay close attention.
So, Kenny, here's the million-dollar question. Is the mayor giving any hints about potential appointees?
So, Ryan, her office made it very clear before today's news conference that she would not be naming any potential candidates, but you have to certainly assume that she has that list already. She will be interviewing potential candidates in the near future before that new 7-member board will take over sometime next month. Ryan?
All right, thank you very much, Kenny Choi, reporting live in San Francisco. Well, the overwhelming vote to move the 3 San Francisco school board members became a topic of discussions at the White House. The press secretary was asked about the president's reaction.
We understand where parents are coming from when they want schools to be open as well, and the president recognizes the mental health impact it has on kids for them not to be open.